News. That's enough of the Valley for now. In other news, rumors and not nastiness are brewing about Miss Radziwill, Carole Radziwill, returning to RHONY. This is bubbling. This is bubbling up. Couple of things about this one, guys. Look. She reconciled with Andy Cohen very recently. And when that happened, I said, like, look, some things in life just happen, right? You're out, it's a Friday night, you're at a party, you're having your second drink. We all know Andy likes a drink or two, as does Razzie, and like things happen and you reconcile. But this wasn't that. So I personally made a comment at the time. I found this interesting because it was right in the heart of the pure, true devastation, the devastation that was RHONY season 15. Okay. So I'm like, look, I hate to be that bitch that is questioning everything in life, but usually that's not such a bad thing. So I'm like, you mean to tell me that your rebooted franchise is a total fucking failure and you just happen to reconcile with Carole? Now, of course, in this world of entertainment, man, we all just have a short memory, right? So again, like I said, Andy would blow Bethany. He's not mad at Bethany. He would blow Bethany if she would come back to the Housewives. So when he reconciles with Carole, I'm like, huh, well, that's interesting. I don't think that's a coincidence. Here we are. Sorry for the sip of coffee. Nothing is definite, but there's rumors and not nastiness brewing that Miss Radziwill will be part of the new RHONY. Now, we don't have a RHONY now. Andy keeps saying we're going to announce it at the end of the summer. Well, we got about 4 weeks left, people. I mean, let's not worry about when the calendar summer ends. What Andy means is by the end of August. So I'm hearing rumors again. I still think that it's Jenna and Cy and Aaron that are staying with probably Raquel Chevrolet. And I mean, Bryn is out. Does anyone think Uba is coming back? I mean, no. And Jessel can go or be demoted. I don't really care. The rumor, by the way, is that Carole might just be a friend of. Look, I gotta tell ya, it's the only person who makes sense to me. By the way, what we're not going to do is there's no way, a 0% chance we are taking the rebooted RHONY, firing everyone, and starting over. It's just not happening. I don't think Bravo will ever reboot a show again, although I guess we're doing that with Vanderpump Rules, but not with Housewives. We already tried that. So this franchise is in trouble. I think, that they're not going to fire everyone and start over. It's just not going to happen. I know what you guys want. You all want the old school people back. That's not going to happen either. So if you really go down the list and you really look at, like, look, I'm sure Razzie has run into Raquel Chevrolet over the past many years. I'm sure she has run into Jenna. Like, these people are in her circle, in her wheelhouse. Do I think she's known Aaron and Cy before any of this? I don't. Razzie is the same age-ish as Chevrolet and Jenna, and she reads young. Let's not forget she dated Adam. So also, what I think makes a lot of sense is, like, look, if you go down the list, like, let's pull out the list here. If you go, and like, by the way, that is also the trend in Bravo. We rebooted, fixed Atlanta. I know fixed is a strong word. We'll get into that because Kenya's got a lot to say. But with Atlanta, we kept, Portia and Kenya, and Kenya didn't work out. That's the trend. Next gen New York City. Well, we have housewife kids and we have Teresa and Candy and Zolciak and Meredith appearing on the show. Rachel Zoe is in. She's back in. One day you're in, one day you're out. She's back in on Beverly Hills. Project Runway. Where has that been? Been off the air. All of a sudden, it's back with Heidi Klum. Anything that's old is new. The Valley. We have two people from the Valley. One is named Dodie and one is named Cartwright. Anything that's old, and I think we're gonna have more familiar faces on the Valley. Hi, Tom Sandoval. Hi, Sheeta Shea. I see you in the back, Lala. More on that too if we have time. So, this is the trend. It's everything old is new. No, I don't think this means we're bringing back Patty Stanger. I don't think this means we're bringing back Tabitha. Let's all slow down, one step at a time. So, if you look at people from the past, if you look at the actual cast list, and we start with who actually is on brand for the new RHONY with the new ladies, and who is actually going to be interested in the job, I see nobody that they would go to. Maybe I have a second person, but let's put that on the side for a minute. Bethany Frankel. Well, let's be honest. Bethany will never be back on Housewives, despite Sarah Fraser, our lovely friend, twice a week, who says that Bethany is broke and desperate. She's not broke. Bethany is not coming back to the Housewives for a normal salary. Trust me. Again, Mr. Cohn would be with his knee pads blowing Bethany if she would just take a normal salary. It's not happening. Luann, Ramona, Dorinda. I mean, although I could see Dorinda, let's put a pin in Dorinda. But like Ramona, Sonia, they're not on brand. Sonia doesn't live in New York. Ramona, I'm sorry, she's too old and she's also kind of canceled from the network for certain words she used. Alex McCord lives in Australia. Jill Zarin, we've already tried that with the reboot. I mean, she's also not really someone who would blend with this crowd. Kelly Kaloran Ben Simone, nah, she didn't make a splash when she came back for 2 minutes. Cindy Barshop, who? No one's asking for Cindy Barshop. Aviva Drescher, she's agoraphobic and is not leaving the house to film anything. She also lives in Florida, also, just so you know. She lives in Florida. Sonia lives in Florida. Jill basically lives in Florida. Ramona basically lives in Florida and Aspen. I got it. Heather Thompson maybe could have, but they kind of did her dirty when she came back for season 13 and they sucked her into all that racial stuff that was going on. So Heather's kind of didn't exit in a way that she could come back. Kristen Tateman, she also lives in California. We tried that on the RHONY Legacy. She also fell flat. Jules Weinstein, who, part two, no one's asking for her. Tinsley, sure, she would be great. Tinsley's never coming back to reality TV. Tinsley grew up that girl. She doesn't need it. She wants a real family with real kids, and now she has it down south. Leah McSweeney, she's also a trash box. I mean, she doesn't fit the profile, but she's also suing the damn network. Ebony, let's put a pin in Ebony. Well, that's it. That's everyone from before this. So could I see Luann and Dorinda? Sure, I could. But I think the issue with Luann and Dorinda is I think they would be great, but they're not. I think they are looking for a new identity, but an old face. I think Luann and Dorinda are such good TV. I think they would suck the life out of it, but is there any life in RHONY 2.0? So I'm all for the two of them. If you really just boil it down like that, I also think Ebony is really on brand. I just don't think they would do it because she's associated with, the ruining of the franchise, as you all like to say. So if you really just strip all of that away, Carole makes sense. And also, the thing about Carole is she really never fit in with the original cast. She fits in with Jenna and Chevrolet more than Ramona and Sonia and Luann. Now, I know, I don't think some of you are probably doing cartwheels. Maybe not all of you are. I heard this rumor, not nastiness, and my sources say it's not the craziest thing that there are talks. So Miss Radziwill may be coming back. And I also heard that the whole thing really it's possible that Andy's sticking to this end of the summer and it's going to be announced and or sooner. So I'm starting to think maybe RHONY is coming back. And I mean, the more I think about it, to me, Radziwill's the only one that makes sense. I don't think, I mean, Luann and Dorinda would just change the show. Yes, I do think for the better. But who fits in the best? Radziwill. That's what I heard. So stay tuned. I heard this rumor and I heard it from reliable sources.